Okay, and here we are. All right, so welcome back to Divinity Original Sin. I'm here by myself. Blackstar is joining up. This is actually Blackstar's character here. Blackstar's in the chat. Say hello.
Hello.
He's not in the game yet, though, but...
Why am I not? Because I'm in my own game, apparently. This is weird.
Oh, you typed join and it didn't
Well,
work?
no, but I see your pile of bones there.
Yes, so your character is alive, although you do have a sword that's almost broken, and I am dead. After the last episode ended, we did a little bit of exploration in this area, and I made the mistake of clicking on a grave, which spawned some undead, which killed us. I guess because I had a shovel, it just assumed I wanted to dig up one of these graves in this graveyard, which is kind of silly because there are citizens of the town here mourning their dead husbands, brothers, fathers, whatever. And there's a dog that apparently wants to tell us something. But anyway, I'm dead. And we had already used up our resurrection scrolls. So what I did is that I walked your character over to the wizard and bought a resurrection scroll. So I think you've got that. Yeah, you've got that in your inventory. Now I think what I have to do. Now you can see it, right? So I guess what I need to do is I need to see if I can assign a player. See, I'm not sure actually. With Narcogen dead and Blackstar is in the game, I'm not sure. I think I may need to res me before I can give you control of your own character.
Yes, because the sad part is I can't do anything. I've been here for the past 2 minutes. I can't even move. I can't select anything.
Yeah, you're just watching. I think I need to find.
Oops.
There was a connection menu not connected to LAN connections, direct connections. I thought there was a thing about assigning characters, but I think with me dead, I don't think I can assign.
Well, there is a button over here that says "Dead character is dead, can be resurrected."
Right. But I'm just
button?
saying that since this is my party and my character is dead, the local machine is given control of the second character automatically, I think. And normally I would be able to switch between them. Like I could take over your character and you could take over mine. But I think because the local character is dead, I get control of the other guy, and that's it. I think I can't give to you. So I'm just basically just going to have to use the resurrection spell, I think.
Yeah. So you can control my character.
Yeah. Yeah, which is fine. Use.
I think we're going to have to send a bug report.
And click on myself. And
it's weird you controlling me.
Yeah, it is. Well, again, that's the way co-op works in this game. Is that this party belongs to me, and I can play them, whenever I want, and I give you control of the characters.
Wait a minute,
as I want.
I'm controlling you.
Yeah, because you came in and you were an available player. So now is where I have to do the assign players thing to get. I can't remember where that option was though. I know I saw it.
Oh man, this is weird.
Okay, no, that's local chat. I know.
Well, there's a skills button, inventory
mode, zoom
button.
in, zoom out, map, toggle tutorial, journal, connection, game
Some
menu.
of my equipment is about to break.
Yes. Oh, okay, there it is. It's in the game menu. Assign characters. Okay, so basically I just moved these two slots, and now we've got the right. I look really pale. I look paler than I designed myself to be. Maybe that's a result of having died a couple times.
You know what's funny is my character's face does not look anything like the character I designed's face.
No,
if you come
no.
Why is that?
Well, because you didn't design that guy. I did.
Yeah, but okay, because I'll send you a screenshot of what I look like to myself. But when I look over in the close-up icon to the left, it doesn't look anything like it.
Oh no, the icons on the left are stock ones based on character class. They don't look like anything like the guys that we're actually playing with.
That makes me feel better. I thought my ID was off.
Okay. So right. So let's walk this way.
Well, here's a more diggable thing. Shall we dig up this grave too?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. You should have your own shovel though now.
My camera isn't following.
It's not?
No, it's not auto following my character now. It used to when you went to the edge.
Yeah.
For some reason, my camera is now manually controlled by. Yeah, this is weird.
I
mean, I can move it, but, ASDW.
Toggle camera mode. Look in the auto map in the upper right. Look at
Upper
the
right.
blue icon on the east compass point. It's toggle camera mode, or B. I think
B.
that's what does that. No?
No, it gives me an overhead. And then map. Menu, escape, journal.
Also, I should probably try to heal myself here. I think I have some healing. Yeah, I have a healing potion.
Yeah, B mode
Yeah,
gives me
there
like
we
a
go.
top-down thing.
Okay. Do you wanna leave and come back?
No, that's okay. I mean, I can follow around manually. It's no big deal. We can just continue on with the adventure.
Oh, okay.
Don't
Because
worry
I've
about
been
interface goofiness later.
Venture into danger. Be careful, Source Hunter.
okay. No, we don't want to go out there. There are several doors we can leave with, and they have undead fights beyond them, which we did one off camera. We kind of used a magical ballistae. But what we're supposed to do here is talk to some people. We already talked to a guy who wanted to meet us in the inn, and actually I found something out on my own that may indicate that that's a bad idea.
Hmm.
But
I
you'll
don't know,
see
there's a
that
cute
you'll see
ginger
that
over here with a
when
sword.
we catch up with, because
Pepper.
we're
Sprout legs and run away.
we're supposed to meet the head of the Legion here, and then also talk to the wizard again, the guy who met us at the gate.
Sorry, sir.
Okay, so the Legion guy is in here.
Attention! About face! To the back.
Legionnaire headquarters. I
Yep.
take it we don't want to pilfer.
Okay, so this is Aureus.
Hello,
Um,
Aureus.
What do you think you're doing, Maggot? Sheath that weapon, or I'll skew like I saw. Oh, are you holding a weapon?
Me?
Yeah. You have a weapon out?
Um,
Fine by me. No need to be so flippant about it. Or we could threaten him. You know, Aureus, I'm going to shut that loud mouth of yours once and for all. Wow. Oh, okay. I don't think we need to come in here and challenge the head of the Legion like right off the bat. I mean, that doesn't seem like a great idea.
No, probably not.
There's every need, you damned weasel. Next time I'll have you whipped. Okay.
Greetings.
Okay, what have we here then? A so-called source hunter, eh? Ha! Look, do what you must in Sicil, but don't make waves and don't interfere with the Legion's affairs. You hear? I've enough on my mind running expeditions into hostile territory. Okay, so we can ask him about himself, about Jake's murder, about the undead, about the Legion, or some other stuff. What do you want?
Let's ask about the murder.
Okay. Gods above, some politician snuffs it and everyone's in an uproar. Ridiculous. I told that wizard brat of an Arhu not to bother, but he just had to send for source hunters, didn't he? Bloody magicians. They see a pigeon poop and think that sorcery's afoot. Nevertheless, I want to be kept in the loop, understand? I'm in command of this town, not Mayor Cecil and not Arhu, and definitely not some hotshot source hunter. So investigate Jake's death if you feel so inclined, but report back to me the moment you discover something out of the ordinary.
Okay.
Okay.
What about the undead?
The scene of the crime is over at the King Crab Inn, which you remember is where the creepy guy on the bench wanted to meet us. You can tell the guard you have my permission to enter. Now off with you. Okay, we can either ask him about Jake's wife, or we can change the subject.
Let's ask him about the wife.
Okay, in regards to Jake's wife, Esmeralda. Esmeralda is Jake's wife. Well, widow. Everyone in town, down to the crabs on the beach, is convinced she killed him. Now, the girl has a reputation of being a flirt. There is that, but that doesn't suffice as evidence, wouldn't you say? Or do source hunters rely on hearsay alone, perhaps? That would certainly explain some of the cock-ups you lot have made in the past. Are you going to stand there and claim with a straight face your order never wrongly tortured and executed anyone? No one ever expects the Source Inquisition.
Source Inquisition, yeah.
Hardly, but I won't stand for such nonsense. If you bring evidence before me, I'll evaluate it with perfect objectivity. The Legion relies on reason, see, not idle superstition. Okay, so again, we can ask him about himself, undead, the Legion, or other stuff.
Let's go undead. I'm sure
Undead,
he has
yeah,
a very
that's a good
boring
idea.
life.
Listen, you may be here for other matters entirely, but there's one useful thing you can actually do around here. It's to stick your nose into the affairs of the undead. The stench will likely make you gasp for air, but between you, me, and those 7 worthless gods up there, it's about time someone other than the Legion gives up this charade a shot. I can only hope some fresh ideas are coursing through that source-obsessed brain of yours, and that they will take root before the undead scoop those same brains from out of your shattered skulls. They seem to be a bit weaker in the West. Okay, so there we know. We start with the undead in the West, which I think is the area we were at the other day. It's as good a place as any to start if you want to flex your muscles. Okay, so we ask him about himself, the Legion, or other stuff. What do you think?
Legion?
Legion. Okay.
Legion.
The Legion is none of your concern, but fine, go ahead. Let's discuss these expeditions into hostile territory you mentioned. The bravest of the brave went out looking for the source of the undead. Volunteers all, those men, for that is the pact we made. The walking dead spawn in endless number, but someone or something must be responsible for each and every one of these miserable buggers. That is why the Legion is making renewed efforts to locate this accursed fountainhead of death. Too long have we been on the defensive. It's time for action, even if it claims more Legion lives. Souls of steel to a man, my soldiers. They fight by the lighthouse, they fight by the burial mounds, and they fight by the old church. Gods grant that they may find the rotten root from which these scuffling monsters spring, and that they may fulfill their missions. Okay, and then we can ask him about the locations, I guess. Lighthouse, burial mounds, and the church. Did we just go in order here, or...?
What defines a scuffle is what I'm thinking about. Yeah, you might as well go in order. I mean, we want to pick his brain as much as we can.
Lighthouse.
It's not like we're coming back.
So the lighthouse is in the west, so that's the easy one, I guess. There's a lighthouse to the west up on the bluffs overlooking the sea. No man has gone there in a decade, and yet light shines forth from its pinnacle every night. The locals say it's haunted, and if there's ghosts involved, maybe necromantic magic is in play as well. Half a dozen
pigeon poop.
Yeah. Half a dozen legionaries have gone to find out. So far, I can but hope that they are safe.
Dun 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 dun.
Okay, burial mounds. There are ancient funeral grounds all over the place north of the city. Good as place as any to start looking for necromancers, wouldn't you say? Doesn't exactly take a genius to figure that one out. Some local archaeologist offered to tag along with the men. Here's hoping his knowledge on the subject may prove to be a boon.
Or we could just go to the next Necrocon.
Yeah, okay. And the old church. There's a church to the northeast of here, built atop the very place where once stood a temple dedicated to the source. The Sicilians razed it and built a church for the Seven, supposedly to symbolize the victory of the gods over evil sorcery, or some such superstitious mumble-jumbo. Anyway, when the dead rose, that is where they were first spotted, which makes it a likely candidate to house the origin of the outbreak. May my soldiers make it there and back again unscathed. Okay, so we can ask them about him or some other stuff.
I think they're going to get slightly scathed. Which would you rather, him or other stuff?
Let's do him. I don't even know what the additional questions are yet. So tell me about yourself. I'm Captain Arius, if you must know, leader of the Legion here in Sicile, by which I mean I have the enviable task of commanding a battalion of walking dead, for I fear it may be but a matter of time before the undead undo all my soldiers and turn them into driveling hordes of their own misshapen number. Okay, so now additional questions is all we've got. And it's a bunch of follow-up stuff.
If you must.
Yeah, so your main problem is the undead. How are you enjoying Sicile? Tell me about the Legion. What are the orcs doing on the beach? What's the pact?
Beach orcs. Yes.
Beach orcs? Okay, let's about the orcs on the beach. I'd say they're looking for weak spots on our defenses. They can't make an attack over land for fear of Arhu's magical machines. And those are the ballistae we saw.
Yeah.
So they're trying their luck by sea. They won't succeed, though, not against the Legion. Okay, so again, it's orcs, legionaries, the Legion, Sicile, or Arhu tells me he suspects a sect may be at work around Sicile.
Yeah, how about that one?
All right. Yes, and he also spends most of his time in the guise of a cat, licking God knows which body parts. Sects and sorcerers, he'll be seeing flying carpets next. Okay, so undead, Sicile, Legion, and legionaries.
I'd go with the undead again. I have a feeling that's a major plot point.
Okay. Bravo! Figured that one out, did you? I haven't been stuck here for 2 years because we're being besieged by fluffy kittens, you know? Those brain-feasting freaks out there keep on coming, and it takes all the sword arms and all of Arhu's half-baked contraptions to keep them at bay. Keeping them at bay, that is all we do. Were that I could break their backs once for all. All right, so Sicile, the Legion, and legionaries.
Is any of that? I have a feeling he's not going to be terribly forthcoming with a lot of stuff. So I don't know. Should we continue going through the house?
Let's ask him about the pact. So I did the pact of volunteers. Not a single of my men and women wants to remain in Sicile, and frankly, I can't blame them. Which is why I personally sign their transfer orders the moment they make it back from the mission behind enemy lines. Okay, all right. So we ask him how he's enjoying Sicile. How am I enjoying it? Are you spoiling for a fight hunter? Are you?
Yeah, see, I knew this was going to be bad.
Sihil stinks of fish, reeks of orcs, and on a good day, the wind disperses the stench of decomposing corpses. I can't remember the last time I had a proper piece of steak, and now I retch at the mere sight of sardines. So in conclusion, I am not enjoying Sihil.
Well,
okay, tell me
and
about
on
the
that
Legion.
note, shall we visit the prison?
No, not yet. I saw you walking off there, by the way.
Yeah.
We are the pride of Riverlawn, to be found and to be seen everywhere. We don't hide in the dark and lurk in corners like some I could mention. No, we protect the civilized from the barbaric, and we do so impeccably.
Hmm.
Bye. So we're done
What was
with
a
him.
cat upstairs?
No, yeah, we're gonna go upstairs first.
Are we?
And yeah, we can't loot any of this because I think all
I know it's all
most
red.
of these are stealing.
I wanted to loot it all. Well,
Okay.
there's somebody walking around upstairs. There was a cat here a second ago.
Well, that's him. See, that's
Oh,
our
yeah.
hoop. That's our hoop. But for
Well,
some
we
reason, he's
saw
not
him
being a cat
before.
right now. I don't know why. This is actually the guy I bought the resurrection spell from.
Yeah, he's the one who had the whisker things and
Yeah,
the cat
but it's too
motif.
bad. He was a cat before. Okay, I hope I hope your quest fares well, dear hunter. Okay, so we can ask him about himself, about the source hunter stuff. Let's ask him about himself first to get it out of the way.
Why is these books falling around? See the books on the left?
No human would stack books this way.
Books like this, yeah.
Who, or rather, what are you? Oh, I am but a wizard, a guardian of man and beast, and I am both. My body, like any other, is bound to temporal decay, but my spirit is a speck of light that shone forth from the eternal sun that is the cosmic soul. Oh, wow, he's a hippie.
Oh, yeah. He's been doing the magic mushrooms.
My task upon this... Oh, I've got a lot of them, then. We should trade with them. My task upon this earth is to protect the heart of nature, the very antithesis of that which is the intrigue spun by demons and directors of the dead, hence my involvement in Sihil.
Mm-hmm.
You see, my one desire is to witness a world in which every mother looks round her and purrs with calm contentment, for she knows that her chicks or children, I don't think cats have chicks, but anyway, her cubs or calves will grow up without knowing the meaning of menace, the enfeeblement of fear. To my great regret, none of them purr as yet.
So he's looking to make chicks purr.
Yeah, I guess. So you
I
can
made a chick purr once.
You can take the guise of a cat and prefer it over your human form. Something like that, yes. Polymorphing has always been a hobby of mine, and I use it quite often. Does it surprise you that I favor my feline figure? Ha! It does many. But then again, you haven't experienced just how far certain boundaries are pushed back when you can lick your... No. When you tread upon the realm of instinct, even articulate speech, perhaps humanity's greatest asset, cannot give expression to something so inextricably innate.
Mm-hmm.
It's handy to speak in more than meows, no question. Opposable thumbs? I couldn't brew potions or make machines without them. This I freely admit. But to be out in the night, to stalk on silent paws and hunt with only the moon as your witness, you couldn't possibly imagine the thrill. Okay, so isn't it dangerous to polymorph like you do? What if you get stuck in another form? Oh, that'll never happen. At least not until the second act of this game. Granted, a witch could make the polymorph permanent if she'd enchant me in my cat guise, but I'll just have to be careful around witches, won't I? Oh, God. Foreshadowing, huh?
Yeah, dramatic foreshadowing. Everyone, important plot point. Everybody get that? Okay.
Yeah. I'm my own wizard, and I don't intend to become anyone's familiar. Okay, so we can ask him about source hunter business. Okay, Jake's murder. Here we go. Of course, I hope your investigation fares well. What happened the night of the murder? I can but piece together what few morsels fell from the grapevine into a disappointing meal, I'm afraid. They say a woman arrived in the King Crab Inn sometime after midnight. She retired to a room on the ground floor, where she was soon joined by a man who had been nursing the same cup of wine for hours. I say man and woman because both of them were cloaked and recognized by none. About an hour later, another figure arrived and headed for the same room. Soon after, a terrible commotion erupted, and the thundering light of magic was witnessed by the few remaining patrons. It took a while for the landlord to pluck up the courage to enter the mystery room, and when he finally did, he found Jake there, dead.
Dun 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 dun.
How and why he came to be there, no one knows, but I had a good look around the scene of the crime before the Legion barred anyone from entering. The traces of magic I felt were vile. Source, no doubt.
No.
Okay, so let's just put it away. We wandered into this town, and before we got to this guy, there was a guy just outside the graveyard who said, I have to tell you something important, but it can't be here. I need to talk to you in the King Crab Inn in a room on the first floor. This is, so this is how that guy died. Now, I have no idea whether that's an ambush or not, but I have to admit, after reading this, I was much less interested in going to the inn and talking to that guy.
Wow.
Who, in your opinion, are the suspects? I myself have none, even though the rest of the town has already mentally tried and convicted Jake's wife, Esmeralda. Now, it may well be established that she is in fact the guilty party. I'm not claiming that I'm certain she's innocent, but let's just say that if I really thought this murder case would be so easily resolved, I would not have sent for source hunters. Okay, is there more you can tell me about the strangers that seem to be in league with the orcs? I can't say much more, but that they're madmen all the more dangerous to us because of their alliance with what should be a natural enemy. You won't see me teaming up with a terrier in a hurry. Okay, so we can either ask him some more questions or we can leave.
I don't know. Is there anything compelling that we could get out of him? Or
I don't know.
is he just going to pussyfoot around
It's
the
about
subject?
I have a feeling that like a lot of RPGs, a lot of the questions like they overlap. So we may not necessarily get more information by asking him the same stuff we already asked Aureus. So it's again about the undead and about the orcs and about I tell you what, why don't we ask him about the magical ballistae, because that was the only question we couldn't get from Aureus.
Yeah, the rest of it they're just going to vomit out at the source
It's going to be
lack of detail.
Stuff. Yeah. A mere trifle for one with the intellect of a feline and the engineering skills of a human. You basically construct a classic ballista, add 100% legally obtained self-regenerating source of destructive magic to it, and Bobcat's your uncle. Wow, really?
He actually said that.
Yeah, he did it. Bobcat is your uncle.
Wow, Bobcat's your uncle.
Bobcat Goldthwait's your uncle? Or
okay.
All right.
Writers.
So, all right, there we go.
I'll take my leave.
Okay, and yeah, we can't loot this room either. There's lots of stuff hanging around. A universal
he's got a
controller,
limited edition Harry Potter
manual.
over here. Mm-hmm.
Oh, it says this is. Oh, okay. This book I can take. Yeah, there's one.
Well, you could take all of them. It's just some have more consequences than others.
But there's one that was not stealing, and it was listed as a quest item. So I guess I'm supposed to have it at some point. So maybe I'm just taking it a little early.
Wow. You're supposed to have it.
Another thing I figured out.
Oh?
Yeah, I can use the bed.
Well,
and
it's
it heals.
his bed, is it?
Doesn't matter.
Does it?
Yep. I'm back to full health now.
He Who Smelt It, Volume 2?
Yeah, it's a crafting book. It looks like there's three okay, 9-inch nails, hammer. Okay, I can't take any of this stuff. We could trade with him though. Do we want to see if he has anything we need?
We can try.
All right. Well, okay. He's got health.
It looks like he's got one hell of a still.
He's got health potions, but they cost 873 each. With large health potions.
How much money we got?
He's got a dirty robe. We have 444.
Because
I spent almost 400 on the resurrection potion, on the resurrection scroll. We could get another resurrection scroll.
I think we probably are going to need one of those at some point.
All right, let's get one more resurrection scroll.
Oh man, that's going to become useful at some point. I just know it. Oh, here's that magical ballista stuff. Cooking pot.
All right, now it says, I guess there's a bit of a bartering thing going on here. Like I can offer him like less money than he says he wants for things.
He's got a little kitty doll. You see in his belt?
Oh, really?
Yeah, zoom in.
Maybe it's a totem he uses for transformation.
I wouldn't be surprised, but it's got little one X for an eye on the right and just a big one on the left. And it looks like the cat's got a little red bib. That is so cute.
I'm trying to see if I can. He's insulted. I offered him
what?
385.
What'd you do?
Well, I offered him 385 for something he wants 388 for.
Wait a minute, he was insulted by 3 coins short.
Yeah, I don't know.
Seriously?
I'm assuming that whatever character trait. Yeah, he won't even take one off from me. I just assume that whatever. Probably my charisma is too low, so he won't take anything less. Okay, there we go.
Then full price.
Yeah, then full price.
Jeez,
okay, and that was basically all of our gold. So.
Oh wait a minute! I thought it was your gold. I didn't know you were spending my money.
I think it's pooled.
Oh man, you better not be.
I think it is.
Married.
Okay, and we're gonna need to find a place to repair your sword too.
Yes, it was a warning saying that things be broke, or soon to be broke.
I just don't know that it's a good idea to get blacksmithing stuff from either of these guys.
Well, is there another place that we could acquire weapons and just get a new one, or is it worth it with this one's specs to
Oh, well, I
repair it?
picked up a sword and I thought I gave it to you. Maybe I didn't. I'm down in the prison now. I don't think there's anything we can do down here though yet. It looks like
Well,
it's
release
illegal to open any of the doors, and every container is looting.
Greetings.
Okay, and the Legionnaire tells me to shut up, and there's no talking to the criminals. So
Bye.
Well, the only person I see in one cell is a skeleton. I don't know if there's anybody else alive in here.
well,
you
he's
see
probably
anybody
undead.
alive?
What I do see are some books. There are a couple of
Okay.
books on the
Oh, there's
tables
something
here.
in this cell. What is it? I think there's something in the cell I should be able to take. There's bread. It's like a plate.
Yeah,
That's
don't
good.
open the door because it's
Bucket.
red. I think if you open the door, we're gonna get attacked.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Oh yeah, there's books. There's a bunch of books and some
Oh
chests.
wow, there's
So
a lot of food over here.
I think this is for later. So
Probably.
let's go back up and find somebody. Now let me check if I have a sword to give you. I thought I.
Okay. Well,
Oh,
I'm
I think
looking around in the
I
cells,
think I
and
may
the
already
only
given it to you. I have a knife, and I have a butter knife and a fighting knife. I think I gave you a new sword. I think I picked one up.
fighting butter knife. Wait a minute, you're walking into walls here. Did you go upstairs?
No, I'm standing by the stairs. Now I'm upstairs.
Okay. No, you're upstairs. Okay, your character just seemed like it was walking into things. I thought we were losing connectivity or something.
Get to shining, recruit.
Sorry, sir.
Okay, so let's look. Let's look at the map exactly here.
Okay, the camera was following for a while, but now it's not again. Maybe it's a feature.
About face.
Okay, all right. Well, there's a dagger over here. There's a dagger and a bow on this bench, and it's not stealing.
Recruits. That was sloppier
Bear
than
daughter's
Sicilian
bow.
stew. Again.
Oh, you took it. You took the bow.
Take the dagger. Daggers don't do very much though.
No, I don't think so.
I can sit on the bench.
It's locked.
Yeah, can you open it? Do you have a lock picking thing? Is there anything in there worth getting?
I don't
mean,
think
see
so.
anything.
I don't see anything.
I think
Holding
that's where
option.
you're supposed to put weapons or something.
Yeah, holding
Those
option.
boots are
Well, no,
embarrassing
I
rich,
assume
so
that's
get
the
to
box
shining,
for these
Sorry, sir.
troops are training over here. I'm assuming that's where they go when they get punished.
You think that's funny?
Oh, fire arrows. Okay, there's some fire arrows over here to take.
Oh, there's whisper wood.
That must be some kind of crafting ingredient.
Yeah.
Attention. About face.
Okay, some barrels here.
To the barracks. March.
No, nothing in them. Oh, okay, some crates. No, nothing.
Nothing. Nothing.
Have some pity.
Oh, looks like there's a broken bridge over here.
Oh, there's a tree in the way. I can't see. Anything in the house?
No, it just seems like it's an abandoned building. Looks like it's derelict almost.
My cruel fortune.
There's a rat.
About face.
Okay. Let's see, where else can
Have
we walk?
some pity.
Let's try down here by the water. Yeah, my camera doesn't follow either. I have to move it manually. I don't know.
Strangely enough, I don't know how I did it, but it started doing it like before automatically, supposedly, or I must have hit a button somewhere. But it started working the way it did before.
Fantastic! Bravo! Bravo!
Now it's not doing it
Today,
again.
I think a king. The great Sigurd and his rainbow of
Oh,
war
okay, there's a
machines.
worn cloth cap.
Bravo! Yeehaw! Who knew Elliot, who is said to have known Sigurd himself, that the king had a
Fantastic.
great thirst for colour. So ardently did he crave creamy blues and gory reds that he ordered a contest across his realm.
Is this... Oh,
By the seven, what a tale!
it's a talking head.
Well, what else is that head gonna do?
I don't know.
My
Oh,
word.
okay.
Ha!
Looks like Reginald doesn't want me to get near the head.
Greetings.